So in my Java and JUnit project, I want to be able to generate the JUnit HTML reports. So I've added JUnit in as a dependency. I'm using JUnit 5 to run both JUnit 4 and JUnit 5 tests because I've added in JUnit Vintage. I've added in the Maven Surefire plugin as one of my build dependencies so that when I do Maven test from the command line, it generates over here the Surefire reports, and we can see the XML files from my JUnit 4 and JUnit 5 tests. What it doesn't do at this point is generate the HTML files. So to do that, I need to add a couple more dependencies. So I need to add a build dependency on the Apache Maven site plugin, and I need to add a reporting dependency on the Maven Surefire report plugin. So if I go back to my project, and in the build dependencies, we want to add in the plugin, which is going to be I want to add the Maven site plugin. The Maven site plugin runs when I do Maven site, when I use the site command. If I'm going to add the version, which currently for me is 3.7.1, and that would give me access to the Maven clean test site. But I also need to add a reporting plugin. So in reporting, I'll add the plugins, and I'll need the plugin, which is, and again, I'll just copy and paste this to make it faster, the Maven Surefire report plugin. And you can see that I'm using the same version of the Maven Surefire report plugin as I am the Maven Surefire plugin. So now when I come at the terminal and I do Maven clean test site, so clean will clear out target folder, test will run the tests and generate the .xml files from Surefire, and site will create the HTML files that I'm looking for so I can see the results. And when that runs and all the tests passed, then in the target directory, there we go, we've got the new site folder, and then I've got my index file, and if I have a look at that, then I have my reports, and there's the JUnit reports telling me what tests have passed and what failed, and I could configure this to get more information, but that's the basic way of generating the HTML version of the JUnit reports by adding the Maven site plugin into the build and by adding the Surefire report plugin into the reporting section.